Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Creations of a Capricorn, and I hope you enjoy this DIY that I have for you today. Today I'm bringing you a decoupage DIY project that I thought was really cute when I saw this beautiful napkin with a little dog face on it, because I have a dog and I happen to love dogs, and I thought that this napkin would be really pretty decoupaged on one of the Dollar Tree wooden houses that they provided earlier this summer, using some Mod Podge and also using one of their wooden plaques, your hot glue gun, any paint of your choice, and any other decorative items that you choose to use for it. So let's get started with this DIY. First, you're gonna want to cut your piece out, your image out. If you need to cut it out, if it doesn't fit already, you're gonna need to cut it down to size to fit your house. And you're going to want to use an ample amount of the Mod Podge, because Mod Podge tends to, when you adhere it to things, it tends to leave air bubbles. So you're going to want to use an ample amount so that you won't leave a lot of air bubbles in your piece. And also you're going to want it to adhere really well, so you're going to want to use enough to make the napkin stay down really well once it dries. As you can see, I'm going in with a lot of the Mod Podge. Actually, I'm pouring it on top of my napkin so that I can make sure that it's saturated enough so that it sticks really well to that wooden piece once it dries, and there are no gaps and there's no tendency of it coming up once it's dry. After we're done adding the Mod Podge to our piece, we can go ahead and set that aside so that we can allow it to dry. And then we're going to want to take our chalk paint and go ahead and start to paint our plaque that will act as the base for our house once the house is dry. And I'm just using a dry brush method to adhere the paint to the base. And I'm using lace chalk paint by Decor. Once we have our base painted, we can go ahead and set that aside as well so that it can dry. And we're going to go ahead and grab our bag of 12mm wood beads, or if you don't want to use this, you don't have to use it, but I chose to use it just to add a little bit more of a decor look to my piece. And with those beads, I used my red chalk paint, and I just kind of dry brushed the red chalk paint all around the beads. And I didn't worry about giving it a heavy coat. I just wanted to have that rustic look, basically. So I see that you're going to see that some of the beads are kind of hit or miss, and that's okay because it adds that rustic flair to it. So we're going to go ahead and get those strung up if you didn't string them up already. And we're going to go ahead and grab our house, because it should be dry at this point, and we're going to hot glue the house to the base, making sure to firmly press down on that house so that the hot glue can adhere to that paint and that wood really well. Sometimes hot glue have a tendency of not adhering really good if you don't use a firm pressing on it when you apply the hot glue. And then we're going to go ahead and hot glue our string beads down on the front of the house, as you can see I'm doing here. And we're going to go all the way around just that front rim of the house with the wood beads. And this is what we should have once we're done gluing down those beads to the front of the house. And we're going to go ahead and take some of our decorative ornaments. I'm using mini ornaments. We're going to go ahead and take those ornaments and start hot gluing them in any fashion that we choose to hot glue them in. Now, one of the ornaments that I chose to use was Mrs. Claus holding the cookie tray, because it went so well with the theme of this particular napkin that we're decoupaging. So as you can see here, I'm going ahead, I'm gluing Santa Claus down, and I'm taking Mrs. Claus and I'm gluing her on the inside of the house, right in front of the nose of the dog with the cookie crumbs on his nose. And here's the look that we should have once we have everything glued down. I think this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. And it says, I didn't read it to you guys, but it says, no, I haven't seen any Christmas cookies. But he has the evidence all over his nose. He's just like my little dog. My little dog has this look on his face when he's doing things he shouldn't be doing. He has a look, but evidence is like his look is evident enough. Next, I decided to add a little bit more decorative flair to my piece, and I just went ahead and used my dotting tool to add some polka dots, red polka dots all over the house. And here's the finished look. I thought this came out really pretty, especially because of the fact that I used Mrs. Claus with the cookie tray. It added a lot to the theme of the napkin. And also, as you can see, I added more little decorative items to it, including a little cup of milk for Santa, just to have with his what he would have had with his cookies if the dog hadn't ate it. But I thought this was really cute for Christmas decorative item, and I decided to share it with you guys just to show that Christmas can be fun and you can make any type of decor items for your home that you wish to make, and the sky is the limit. Thank you all so much for tuning into my channel, and please go ahead and subscribe and hit your notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video.